What's up, everybody? Saturday night live. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, we hanging out tonight for sure. Let's see. Juji's in the house. He said first. That's what's up. And Donald James said second. There you go. Ellie in the house too. How you doing, Ellie? Donald said he's gonna be in lurk mode for a while. No problem, brother. Ellie says she loves the ambiance. That's great. Love to hear that. Juji, it's great to see you. I'm doing great today. How about you? It's a wonderful day thus far. I slept in, naturally woke up, and that's the best way. That's the best way. Ellie says, I think I'll try to practice along with him this stream. I haven't practiced up there. There you go. Pick it up and go. Nashiket, buddy, what's going on? How you doing? Heather P in the house. How you been, Heather? Great to see you there. Ellie, how you doing there? Good to see you. Thank you, Nashiket. There's Heather. Man, it's been a little bit, Heather. Hope you're doing okay out there. You never know. I have zero planned tonight. I have nothing. Of course, you know, the song of the week always takes more time than I expect to. And so that pretty much got me, like, I had like 10 minutes to go before this stream started. So I've been screwing around ever since. So I have no set list. We're trying to figure out some stuff. See what we can drum up here tonight. Let's see. I didn't play this all week, so we'll play the intro canon. It's been a minute since I played this one, so let's go. I didn't play it all. I don't think I played that in like 2 weeks. It's been a while. Well, that's a cool one. Nice little intro there. What else could I play? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'll do this one. This one's cool. All right. We have a song now. We have a next song. Good to go. Oh, let's see. Juji's doing well. That's good to hear. Hacks Tester in the house. How you doing, buddy? Great to see you. Heather said, I've been doing pretty good, thanks. Great to see you and to be here. That's awesome, Heather. Love to see you here. Juji said, these warm-ups are straight fire. Thank you. Oh, Ellie said, I like Soundtrack 11. If you haven't plan on playing that, go for it. No problem, man. If you're requesting any one of my songs, then it's a great request. I'm always down for that. I'm always down. So no problem. I'll actually play that. I will, we'll play that next. I got some other tune here. We're going to play that, and then we'll play that one for sure. I promise. Michael Fairbank, what's up, brother? Good to see you tonight, man. Hope you're doing good out there. Nashi Kev's feeling that. Nashi Kev says Rick's starting out that hot fire. There you go, buddy. Ellie, that song was called Intro Canon, C-A-N-O-N, Intro Canon. I think so, yeah, right? Yeah, let me see. I think that's the Brent of it. Yeah, Intro Canon, C-A-N-O-N. And a canon in classical music is something that it's one theme and it just builds and builds and builds on top of each other. And so I just call it the canon, because pretty much what it is. But it's a fun one to play. Let's see. I said, okay, requesting your song. There you go. Absolutely. Dude, no more pizza. Yesterday I ate more food in one day than I think I have in like a month. We had pizza for lunch. We had like pulled pork, mashed potatoes or rice. I had rice. So I had pulled pork and rice for dinner. And then I had like an entire tub or whatever. Was that a quart? A quart of Haagen-Dazs peanut butter chocolate ice cream for dessert. I was too much calories yesterday. Ellie said, intro canon noted. I was playing my acoustic bass to enjoy it. Very, very nice. Ellie says, no more pizza, man. Y'all, no, not today. No. I'm hamburger man today. Now she says, it's great. Now I'm hungry. Yeah, don't do what I did, man. I ate so much yesterday. It was stupid. Too much food yesterday, but I don't know. Hopefully this hot shreds will burn some calories. Okay, let's see. I think I remember this one. This is called Jam 06 or Jam 06. I don't know. minutes I played that one too. I almost forgot to change the key during that solo. But I caught it just in time, Okay, Ellie wanted soundtrack. We'll load that up. And of course, everyone, thanks for hanging out with me tonight on a Saturday night. Feeling good tonight, for sure. Oh, let's see. Okay, Judy said Rick is preparing his hibernate this winter. I don't want to, no. I could use some cold weather. It actually is very nice today. It's about 80 in the 80, like 80 degrees around here today. Very, very surprising, which is amazing because it's been hotter than Hades otherwise. Ellie says she just ate some Cheetos and stuff and is pretty satisfied or satiated. There you go. That's the way you do it. I'm taking it light tonight. I don't think I'm gonna eat anything after the stream until our concrete mixer that we got, which looks delicious. Michael, good to hear, buddy. Oh, let's Erica Alvarez, happy Saturday. How you doing out there tonight? Good to see you. No, she can't say you love that one. That's a good one. It's fun. Juji wants to hear 020125. Okay, let me write it down. We're just gonna write it down. 020125. Got it. We'll put that on the list. Yeah, Stardust right there. She says, for the first time since like February, it's actually cool outside. I know. Thank you, Nashi Kid. Donald James said, this song kicks so much ass. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. It's a fun one there. Hackstash says, do you even look at the fretboard? I try not to. More and more often, I'm trying not to. I was doing it for a while, but, you know, I'm like, I kind of, a lot of the stuff that I do, I have to practice for, like, when I have to do it for real someday, like out on the stage or something like that. I don't want to be staring down, so I do try a lot to not look at it, but here and there, you know, you never know. Maybe someday I'll try a test, like if I have the muscle memory and spatial awareness to like blindfold myself or something, and then see if I can play within the key and never miss. So it might be something, might be a good video for sure. Don J says, oh no, I'm not on my desk right now, and I'm just listening on my phone. All right, no problem, brother. Now she kept feeling that harp. There you go. I love that harp for sure. There you go, Ellie. David in the house, what's up, buddy? He says, love hearing you play. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you hanging with us. Nashi Cat says, Rick, any thoughts on Frank Zappa? He is definitely someone, I never really got into his music or listened to it. I know a few songs I've heard, you know. But yeah, the dude's insane. I mean, he's insane. The stuff that he could do and write was just insane, you know. The stuff that I've heard. But yeah, crazy dude, man. His son, Dweezil's just as crazy, man. If you don't know who Dweezil Zappa is, that dude can play, man. That dude can play. Pretty sure he got like lessons from Eddie Van Halen or something back in the day. Chris Arsenault, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you tonight, man. Nazi Kiss, this is for real too. I know. Lisa, how you doing? Good to see you. No problem. She said, get the dogs fed. It's turned cold. I know, right? It's nice and chilly out there. Chiller, let's say. Ellie says, how do you keep stamina when strumming? I can strum really fast due to a mobile game. I feel that. I don't know how to keep it up. It's just over time, Ellie. You're gonna build it up, and it's kind of like any exercising, you know. Like people that exercise, they do 10 push-ups the first day, then the next day they do 11, then 12, and 13. They keep going and going and going until they can do more push-ups. Or someone that rides a bike or does walking, they'll do a mile for the first day, then they'll try to do a mile and a half the next day, and then so on and so forth. So it's the same, you know. When I was studying or practicing big time, you know, when I was a young kid, I would play until I couldn't play anymore. And then I'd keep, the next day I would play until I couldn't play anymore, and it would be even longer time, you know. So it's just, it's going to take a little bit for sure for you to get there. Sue True in the house says, I came across the stream, and all I can say is, oh my, OMG, I play by Ricky and Crow. Thank you so much, Sue. Great to see you here, and I'm glad you're hanging out and enjoying the show. We appreciate you. That's for sure. Nashi Ket says, Dweezil got lessons from Vi and Eddie. So that's pretty good right there, you know. But yeah, Dweezil's been playing a long time. I remember he had videos on MTV back in the day. Yeah, he's always been something pretty crazy. He can tear it up. He's been doing a lot of Van Halen stuff lately. It's pretty cool to see because he knows like everything. Well, what Van Halen did, at least as I see. So it's kind of a muscle thing. That means I need breaks as well. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Look at it at a time. You know, do 20 minutes for the 20 minutes in a day, and then the next day try and do 21 minutes or 22 or whatever. The more the more you can handle. In a month, if you keep building up, you can do 60 minutes straight of something. So yeah, no problem. Heck said he's friends with Frank's keyboardist is on Meta. He's like 90 now. Dang, that's amazing, man. That's amazing, dude. It's amazing how there's so many people out there, and yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I remember reading about Steve Vai said he had Frank Zappa made him transcribe this song called "The Black Page" or something like that, and I saw the music of it. I was like, no wonder they call it the Black Page. It was just like an insane amount of notes everywhere. So crazy, dude. But yeah, Frank's was more like a jazz. He was, I guess, more of a jazz influence player, but he kind of did his own avant-garde thing. It was pretty wild. All right. This one's for Ellie. He won a soundtrack 11, so let's do that. Old classic. it's a fun song. I don't know if I was totally ready for that one, but I was feeling okay. I like the changes in that. Some of those are nice changes there. All right, Juji said 020125. I believe I remember what that one is. I think that's the Sabotage jam. It is, okay. Got it. All right, let's see. Okay, well, a lot of comments to see what we got here. What we got? Michael says it's pretty cold down where he is too. Dang. Sue said, you're certainly like I love checking out other guitarists. Love the tune you were playing when I got it on here. Thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of I'm still warming up. These are all like little warm up songs essentially. I've got a whole bunch of songs I can warm up on that are, kind of written to do certain note quotations and just something to build up the speed and everything. So I appreciate that. Michael said he's wearing his hoodie inside. Dang, man. That is cold. There you go, Michael Nashikid. Thank you, buddy. Nashikid says, wear earphones, headphones, people. There's gold going on. I feel you. Thank you, buddy. Juju's feeling that. Nashikid, thank you. Juju says, please remember to hit the like button. Thank you. Absolutely. Never hurts to hit the like button. That's true. Ellie says, thanks for that. You're welcome, Ellie. Thank you. Michael, there you go, buddy. Nashikid's feeling it. Nashikid says, Rick's warm-ups can melt steel. It's possible. Ellie says, what are strings you mess up on or struggle with? None anymore, really. Songs. Nothing really. It's just new songs because I don't know really what I'm playing. I can write a song in like a couple hours, and I just don't know what to play sometimes. Sometimes in my head I hear something like, okay, I'm going to play this, and then when I play it, I don't do what I did in my head. So it's not really messing up, but just trying to figure out what to play sometimes. And a lot of my songs are I just write them, and then I don't really know what to play. So it takes 3 or 4 times me playing it to kind of get some melodies and some ideas going. But there are some, I guess, maybe like The Fire Within. The song called The Fire Within, it has so many parts to it and so many notes going on. If I kind of lose my place, I mess up sometimes. Or there's a couple different very highly technical parts in it where if I don't hit it just right, it sounds like I mess up. But when you get to the level that I'm at, I'm able to kind of cover up a lot of mistakes so no one really hears it. Even though I know I did it, most people don't hear it, so because I cover it up so well. Let's see. All right, Juji wanted the 021, so we're just gonna blast off with that one, and let's go. I love playing this song. So good pick, Juji. This was a good one here. Ellie was asking that question to me. Did anyone notice any mistakes there? Just to say, did anyone notice any mistakes in that one? Let me know, because there was plenty. There were plenty. Dang it, man. And there you go. Ellie, I struggle with that song right there a little bit sometimes. That's funny. She says, dang, I can't imagine that I'm at the point where I've got thousands of ideas but don't have the good execution. That's awesome. Thank you. Judy said, Rick, I wrote one down, but I'm not sure. 4, 10, 20. Yes. That's a great one there. Yeah, you got it. I was actually thinking of that one, so we'll do that for sure. Access said, Ricky, doing any shows like to come out and like to come and check them out? I'd love to, buddy. I mean, that's like right now, that's probably the biggest dream I have, is to get out and play live. But the sad news is it's going to cost a lot of money to do that. And I'm not just going to go play at some, Jim's Fish and Chip dive bar or something like that. I want to play somewhere nice, So it's going to cost a lot of money. Just to buy onto a tour usually costs anywhere between $30,000 and $50,000. Because I can just buy onto someone's tour, and then go where they go and open up for them or something like that, which would be nice. But $30,000 to $50,000 is a large sum of money that myself and not too many people seem to have, which is okay. Well, we're trying to find a way. I'm trying to think of ways to do something. I had an idea, if I had a way to reach out to every person that subscribed or followed to me around the world, and just just donate $1. Just donate $1. That'd be a lot of money. That'd be more than enough to do it. But the problem is that, these social media, they don't push your video out to your own followers and subscribers. It's like, or those people, maybe half of those people don't even watch that day or something, or don't watch in a week, never see it. So it sucks. But that was one idea I had. I thought about it. But, Judy says she loved that one. Thank you, Judy. Nashi Ket says, Rick, he says it's true. Rick's level only hears, he only hears a mistake. That's true. And I heard quite a few. Did quite a few on that one. There you go, Juji. Donald says, like that crazy sweep sequence in Fire Within. Yeah, that's the one right there. You miss one note of that, and you're falling down the steps. No good. Thank you, Nashi Cat. Ellie says that's a really amazing place to be at, Rick. I hope I can get it close to that point. Hey, you can for sure. It takes time though. It doesn't. No one's gonna do it overnight. That's for sure. No one does it overnight. It's gonna take time. At least I don't know if you're starting at 0 or starting at 1, but it's gonna take a couple years. A couple years for sure. And the more knowledge that you can put into your head is best. And I'm not saying just go on YouTube and look for something. I'm going to go to a college, go to a community college, take a music theory class 101 or something like that. Stuff that is being truly pushed to you, because anyone can just go on the internet and go, how do I learn theory? And then they might not understand that. It's better if you have someone helping you understand it. Donald says, why does that key change work so well in this song? That's a good one, yeah. Because basically we're basically working with C. Well, I don't know. Because I tuned down, it's all weird, but it'd be considered C sharp minor on my guitar. And essentially, what I'm doing is I'm using the sharp 5, so. That's G for me, essentially. So C sharp to G. So kind of you can go right back. You can kind of modulate into that key because it's already in this. It's already in the scale. But I switched to minor. Yeah, but because it's in that scale, you can switch to that key, or any key for that matter. I could probably be going C sharp. Or you could do C sharp again. Here's your root key. To D. So as long as the next key that you're going to play is within the scale of what your root scale was, you can make it work. You can make it work. And hopefully when Jake, because if once Jake says he has those other two scales done, I'm just going to pop the rest of them up there, because the next two scales are basically the same, and then the third one's a little different. Because B Locrian and C Ionian are essentially the same scale, just played on different notes. So I'm hoping Jake replies back sometime this week and says, "I got those scales down." And once that happens, we'll pop the rest up and then we'll go. But when you learn the rest of this, Donald, it'll all come together when we all have it together. I promise you that. Sue Truitt, I love this kind of music. Love to play it too. That's awesome, Sue. Juju's like, here we go. Nashi Kid, oh that's it. Nashi Kid, thank you, buddy. Juju felt the fire on that. There you go, Nashi Kid. Our buddy HDS, 3 months. Thank you, brother, man. I don't think we heard from. Is that him? Is that him in there commenting? I haven't seen HDS in a minute on anywhere, but I hope he's doing great, man. And we miss you, brother. Ellie said, no, I was playing, so I was messing up instead. There you go. So you didn't even notice. Okay, Nashi Cat, this is what I like. He said, not gonna lie, I noticed mistakes in that one for the sake of thank you, buddy. And you were right. There was actually some mistakes. And it was all my fault, really. I think I was doing some certain things. Yeah, sometimes, when you're moving keys and stuff around, your brain don't work. But he said he still sound awesome. Thank you, Nashi. Yeah, it was a 97 for sure, a 97% for sure. Donald J says HR means hit rate. That's true. Nashi Kid said, Rick, when did you find your voice as a composer? Was it a eureka moment? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I was always writing songs, even as a little kid on piano. I'd write, dumb little songs, of course. They weren't anything spectacular. And it was me taking college courses, going to college and learning music. That opened my mind, how to understand how to, do scores and stuff like that, classical scores. And then just being listening to so much rock and metal and stuff, I'm able to, I could listen to a song and I could break it down, like, okay, here's the verse, chorus, So I learned how to do different sequences of parts, So there's always like a verse, there's a chorus, there's a bridge, there's a pre-chorus, there's stuff like that. There's a coda, there's all kinds of different, things that you can do with a song. But yeah, for sure, the 2 years of college, that helped immensely, And I think, even by the time I was 16, I was already writing, metal songs for a band that I was in. And again, they're not the greatest songs ever, but they were something. I actually have those songs too. I keep meaning to post them on a Discord real soon. So his 16-year-old Rick, in his 2 songs that he wrote for this band he was in. They're funny to listen to. Very cringe for me, but they'll be funny. Ellie says, I'm like at level 3%. I'm passionate about music, so I'm very aware of notes and how to hit them. GarageBand on my mom's old computer. I've always gotten to the point where if I don't understand a note, that's good. Hack says, I'll see what I can do to help you on your go to good not to be on stage. I know. Thank you, brother. I feel that, man. We'll have to figure something out. We'll figure something out. Like I said, I'm always waiting for like a Saudi Arabian prince, that likes guitar and he wants me to play his birthday party for a big dollar amount, in Dubai or something, or Saudi Arabia, whatever. I'm down, man. I'd get on a plane right now if that was the case. Let's see. Ellie says, sequence. I know how to push myself to understand it by repetition. I'm also a perfectionist. Well, that's a good thing to be, because that's what I definitely am. She says, and I sing, so I'm not your total newbie, but pretty newbie. I feel that. You're getting there. Nash Cat says, Rick talking theory is so educational. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Sue says, I love listening to music theory. Seriously, it piques my interest. Awesome. Yeah, there's a ton of it. So much of it. It's unreal. HD says, I'm doing great. I'll be around more often. Sorry. No problem, man. I always say, buddy, life always comes first, man. You got things going on in your life. It's all good. We worry about people that when we see them for a lot and then we don't see them for a while. So we just get worried, you know. You never know. We still haven't seen Cletus and Clovis. We haven't heard from T-Bird in months. It's like, man, we hope they're okay, because, you know, like I said, you see someone every day, and then you don't see them for a while. It makes you wonder what happened. You never know. You never know. HD says, I don't think that musical eureka moment is a myth. No, not at all, really. I think it just happens. You know, I don't know how it happens. You know, I don't know how it happened for me. I was just constantly doing it. I was always writing something. Even in college, and we had to write our own, like, kind of classical guitar pieces and stuff. You know, so I was already writing that stuff, and I was like 17 years old in college doing this stuff. So, and that wasn't anything crazy. It was just, you know, but it was a classical guitar piece. I have it somewhere. I should see if I could find that. Now she catches it. I'm sure young Rick rocks. That was pretty rocking back then. Pretty rocking for sure. I can't remember this. I kind of remember the other day. The riff was something like. Some melody, I don't know, some harmonized melody. It's pretty funny. I have to mix it down. Like I guess some time ago, like maybe years and years ago, I had a boombox and I plugged it into my computer and I spit all this stuff out into like Pro Tools, all these tapes I could find. I shot it into Pro Tools. So I have all these old demos in Pro Tools. I need to like just export them and whatnot, but I'll get it up there. I promise you. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna have a good laugh for sure. But you know, you might be like, wow, that's pretty good for 16. Now she gets. I've seen the videos at Donald's stream and young Rick does. Oh yeah, the classic. Yeah, that was. I think I was 18 or 19 in those videos. But there's one like on my channel right now. There's the Time Machine video that I did have some footage of me at like 16 or something. I think it was 17 maybe. I can't remember. I was definitely super young. I was probably just on the cusp of 17. Donald James says, you'll play in Riyadh soon. Hey, man, that's good for me, man. Yeah, Donald, T-Bird, and CNC. We just haven't seen them. Sue says, I appreciate the notice, Rick. It's hard getting into stream when no one knows you. I try. I know. Yeah. I mean, I started this YouTube channel with pretty much zero. I put this YouTube channel up eons ago. I was doing like, I was really into kind of coding for some simulation racing games and stuff. And I was making like tracks. So I made up a YouTube channel for that. And I was just a place I could post videos for these people to see my progress. And yeah, I was... that was a long time. So I got a few subscribers from that, and then I started posting some videos of me playing here and there. You know, maybe nothing crazy, but there's maybe like 180 subscribers really. But then when I started posting videos every day, all those subscribers started dropping because they were probably like people were like, what the hell is this guy? Who's this? You know, because I changed the channel name and everything. So it's pretty much started at zero, and yeah, I've had to grind pretty hard for 2 years now. But it's definitely a lot of hard work YouTubing and stuff. Rosanna, how you doing? Buena noche, good to see you. Hackstar said, I wish I could work less and play guitar more, but life haven't said you and me both, brother. You and me both. I'm at the office every day, Monday through Friday, from 12 to 9. So yeah, I got at least 9 hours a day. Sometimes it's 10 hours in a day, depending if I get stuck. Nasha Kid says, you clearly have your own unique voice. Rick composing wise. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Donald James says, Rick was a wild child. Not too bad, man. I was pretty clean cut in most ways. You know, I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to do drugs. I thought it was all, you know, really bad for you, which it was, which it would be. And I was smart. I was a smart ass, you know. I was very intelligent, and I didn't like, you know, when people were doing something bad or something. Like, we had a bass player. He was a really good bass player, but he smoked weed. And I found out about it. I was like, dude, we don't need you. We don't want you in this band if you're going to be doing that stuff, man. No. And that's probably like, I don't think I was probably till 20. I kind of dropped off of that vibe and I started doing it myself. But I was pretty chill, man. I didn't really party, you know. I didn't have time. I was always practicing. So partying and girls and drinking, and it was just not in my vision there. It was after that I became pretty wild. Yeah, in my 20s, I was crazy. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you so. Obrigado, Rosana. Thank you so much. Donald James said that's what some people don't appreciate, the fact that Rick reads every comment. So plus, yeah, for sure, I think so. Because you never know, man. Everyone's got something, you know. Everyone's got something to say, and I want to know what they want to have to say. And I try that, you know. And I see a lot of streamers. They just ignore everything, you know. And Lester's pretty good at it. Lester's pretty good at reading. He reads his comments, which is awesome, man. I've gotten to the point. I got just tons and tons of comments. I'll go through everything, and you remember. And we always get the one guy like, "Hey, you gonna keep talking? You gonna play something, man? When you gonna play, man?" Like, I mean, if you're that impatient, get the GTFO, bro. Because, you know, everyone here in this chat, in any chat, matters to me more than the one guy that just wants me to play something. You know? That's what's up. Ellie says, "I love it here. You guys are really nice, and Rick sharing what he knows about guitar is awesome sauce." Thank you. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Richard in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? There. And there's Down. Play song. I'll never forget that guy. Play song. Just play song. And yes, Nashi Cat knows no excuses. I swear, if I got a nickel for every no excuse, I probably could go on tour at this rate. Oh, it's funny, man. That's how the world is these days. Okay, 0410. Oh, here it is. All right. All right, this one is for Juji. 0410, 0410, whatever you want to call it. Let's go. cool song there. I like when it kicks in and starts going. That's a pretty fun one to play. That's cool. Oh, let's see. Okay. Kelly, where I missed off. Ellie says, she's laughing and says, me when Pizza Man doesn't play. That's right. Is Pizza Man going to play anytime soon? Pizza Man? Like, what? I swear, man. Juji, I haven't seen Smoke on the Water request a long time because, unfortunately, I actually added the phrase "Smoke on the Water" to the ban list or something like that. I don't even remember. Somehow, I don't know how you got that through, but I think you're a mod, so anything goes for you. Image 3, what's up, bro? Great to see you, man. He says, I live in my car for 8 months this year and 6 months last year. I try to stop and always, yeah, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, I've actually seen like you go live and stuff. What you been up to, man? I thought you were traveling like this, doing like this travel, almost like a traveling vlog or something like that. I know I've seen you go live a few times over the year. I watched for a little bit. Well, I hope you've been doing good, buddy. And thank you, man. Hack says, hey, Rick, Put-in Bay next year has a big rock show and music stuff going. Love to see it. Oh, Put-in Bay, that's classic. Man. That's up there, what, Ashtabula? Up in Ashtabula, Ohio, man. I love that area, man. I'd love to go. I haven't been to Ohio in a long time, man, to be honest. Rosanna says, Rick, the other day I saw you playing with the guy. I thought it was really good. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I wonder what that might have been Shane Galas. Was it a drummer, Rosanna, a drummer? I did a video with Shane Galas, who is probably one of the best drummers on the planet. He's played with Yngwie, he's played with Michael Schenker, he's played with Uli Roth, he's played with Vinnie Moore. This is a dude that has played with some of the best guitar players in the world. And I got to play with him too. So that was pretty cool. Juji, thank you. Ellie's like, Juji, you got good taste. Oh yeah. Nah, she kept feeling it. Thank you, buddy. Ellie's feeling the epicness on that one. There you go. Sue said, I absolutely love the intro to this piece. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Juji. Rosana says, muito loco. Obrigado. Now she kept saying, making that guitar cry. I try, you know I try. Thank you, HD, brother. Ellie says, good thing it's sturdy. It'll be all right. There you go. Sue said, Rick is making me cry. This is amazing. Thank you, Sue. I got some more on top of that. We got one that really get you going. Now she kept, thank you, bro. Juji, thank you. Ellie said, I love these songs. Never heard anything like them, but they resonate because they have a story. It's very true. Reference Framing House, what's up, buddy? He says, wow, this is a stirring song. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, Hack's got to go. Bedtime. God bless you, brother. Take care this weekend and tonight. And we'll see you soon, brother. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Carlos Galindo, what's up, bro? Good to see you. He says, very nice melody. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Always great to see you, Carlos. Let's see, there you go. Ellie's like, oh, hell yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Judy said, I'd love to hear that new 1010. Oh, that's a good one, too. I think we could do it. You want to hear the acoustic? We maybe we'll do that one acoustic version. Let me write that down. Because I don't have an acoustic song of the week, this one. New 1010. All right, we got acoustic. We'll do that acoustic when we crack that open. And for all that are interested, Juji graced me with one of her creations. I have it ready to go. We'll be doing that for acoustic, another acoustic jam. It's pretty wild. I like it. It's like a movie sound. It's like a movie scene or something. So wait, you will not be disappointed if you hang out for acoustic time and Juji's creation and my acoustic. I think you're gonna like it. Although I only heard it for about 2 seconds, maybe about 30 seconds. I hadn't had time to listen to it, so I don't even know what I'm gonna play. But we're gonna play something over it. Dang it! Thanks, Michael. Sue says, love that arpeggio sweep you just said. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. Now she keeps feeling the cool outro. There you go, brother. Ellie said, absolute flame, fire, flow. That's what we talking about. Lisa says she's multitasking. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I do all the time. My middle name is multitask. Chris, thanks, brother. Mama Shredder, how's it going? Good to see you. How you doing tonight? Brody streaming right now, isn't he? Let me know if he's going for later or longer. We'll send what we have over there for sure. Sue says, Rick, thanks for the very enjoyable time. I got to go and take my dog out for the evening. Have a great evening. Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Stardust is always here, yeah. She multitasks too. I'll yell at her. Let me turn this mic off so I can yell at her real quick. Okay, yeah, she is there. She is multitasking indeed. I'm glad I muted that. Oh man, Sue, true. You're absolutely welcome, Sue. I did unmute myself. All right, okay. Oh shoot, Donald said, wait till they hear Requiem of the Lost. Maybe we'll toss that in there too, Donald. How about that, man? We'll do that actually soon here, I think. Requiem, got it. All right, we'll do that. Juji says exciting, absolutely. It's gonna be fun. I think it'd be cool. I mean, if you could, like I said, if you can write me a song or build me a song, one song a week for acoustic, because I can't always come up with acoustic songs. And tonight's song of the week could have translated to acoustic, but yeah, I don't know. I'd have to really work on it to make it acoustic vibe for it, you know. So if you can make me an acoustic song every week, I'll be happy to shred over top of it. Steven House, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Mark Andre, hello. How you doing, buddy? Okay, Stardust, she said, Mama, I'm here. There you go. We're gonna have to get I'm gonna have to get like multiple, like another tablet, a tablet or something for Stardust. I wish she wanted to use a laptop. I have to figure out how to get the laptop going for her to do that. All right, well, I guess we're going to do the song of the week next. And where is it? And okay, it's 10/11/25 as per usual. Song of the week. I've already forgotten how it goes. I think it's okay. It's E flat. All right, we'll give it a run for its money. I have no idea. I maybe played it like one quick time before the stream here, so we're gonna see what it goes. But it's heavy. It's a heavy tune. No harpsichord, no choir. This one. No harpsichords, no choirs. This one. And that was Stardust saying that no, they don't need it for this song. I was like, all right, no need. All right. All right. Let's see if I remember this thing, and see where it takes us. All right, let's go. And there you have it, the song of the week. Interesting. I need a lot more work to it as far as what the hell to play on it. I have no idea. But fun nonetheless. Fun nonetheless. Let's see. Donald James says, Requiem for the Lost is one of those songs that tell a story without using words. If you can see it in your mind. That's true. Man. You close your eyes on that one, you can see all kinds of stuff. All right, Lisa. Nashi Kid said, I'll live without harps and choir. I know. Just for this one. Just for this one. Ellie, there you go, Ellie. Nashi Kid's feeling that. Juji said, must meet harpsichord requirement or live in pain. I know. I have been writing a lot of harpsichord-y jams recently. So, and Cyrus is right, you know. But I have plenty. That's for sure. Well, I figured this week, let's try and write a more rockin' jam. Now she gets it. There's a universal minimum requirement for harpsichords. The science, I know. Hence why I do it so much. Ellie said if she gets insanely wealthy, she gonna buy one. Yeah, me too, Ellie. Me and you both. HD said harpsichord or harps of hell. You choose. I know. Harps of hell. I like that. I know, man. But yeah, I was like, I don't. But I was like midway done, and she's like, "This your new song?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, "Okay, good. You don't need no harpsichord or choir, because this sounds good right here." I was like, all right. I should get thanks, buddy. Judy said, we need the harpsichord club stat. I know. Ellie wants to be in the club. There you go. Judy said, love how heavy that sounded. Yeah, I was loving the chords in that one. Very cool. Very crunchy. HD, thanks, brother. Thank you, Nashi Cat. Judy says 052524. Oh, okay. What's that? You know, it's bad when I don't even know what song it is. 052425. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Let me see what this one is. Oh, that's that one we just played out. Oh, yeah, cool. I'll play that for sure. That's a fun one there. There's always time too. Always time. Ellie, thank you. Nashi Cat's feeling that. Thank you, buddy. Juji loves it. Thank you so much. Mark, so good. He says thank you too. Ellie's like, awesome, man. That's what's up. Nashi Cat thought that was great. Awesome. I never know, you know. I mean, it needs some help. I in my mind, like when I'm writing it in my mind, I heard so many like ideas, and then as soon as it was all done, I was like, all right, let me play it through at once. I was like, where are those ideas at? I don't even know. But we'll play a few more times throughout the week and try and come up with some stuff for it. Mark Andre, thanks, buddy. Donald James says that the very end key change stunned me, but then the song, I know that's that. I was like, it's like this. It just goes in like a harmonic, you know, the old Phrygian dominant thing. It sounded like it would work. It did. So thank you, buddy. Lisa says, amazing job. Thank you, Lisa. Skyrim noob in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you there. Ellie says, harpsichord or any classical influence over rock. There you go. That's what I like to hear. Donald's, I'm sorry, HD said in his house, they play the harpsichord. You know, there's a funny thing. What was that? I can't remember. I think it was Ola England. He was hanging out with Wolf Van Halen. And there's actually a thing called the fart pedal, and then Ola had Wolfie play through this pedal. There's a video of it. It's pretty funny. I can only imagine a full harpsichord with that sound. Youch. Ellie says, I love when two completely different genres somehow complement you. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, HD, you started a trend now. The hashtag harpsichord. Ellie's got into that one. Now she says, to be fair to Stardust, that jam didn't need any more. There you go, buddy. She was right. Stardust is very right, you know. She knows what she's talking about. Yeah, I wasn't planning on it anyway. I was like, you know, I've been doing a lot of choir and harpsichord in the last few songs. I was like, we'll switch it out with the rhythm guitar, real rhythm guitar. That worked out. Who knows what it'll be next week? I don't know. I'm not sure. I never know what I'm going to write. What I was going to write last week was, or I was going to write this week was a Bach. There's a Bach's Mass in B minor. It's one of my favorite things ever. And it had this one tune. I was driving home from work, and this song came. I was like, how's it go? How's it go? Yeah, it goes like this. How's it go? No, that's wrong. It's like this. It's like. Something like that. But I was like, man, I'm gonna use that melody. I could not. It's in 6/8, so it's kind of weird, but I could not get the timing right, the sound right. It just wasn't working out. I probably sat for like an hour the other day, like trying to put it together. I was like, this ain't working. And I was like, all right, screw this. And then I opened up a pipe organ sound and it created that song you heard. I don't know, man. Song of the week's so hard to write sometimes. Because sometimes I have no idea what I'm going to do. But I had an idea and it didn't work. And I had to pivot to something else. Anyway, let's see. Oh yeah. All right, there's this song. Juji wanted 04-24-25. This is a rockin', just a classic 80s rocker jam. So let's crank that. classic 80s romp there, right there, probably. That's a kind of cool, fun song, I guess. Another good pick from Juji. Very, very nice. Thank you. Oh, let's see what we got. All right, we're gonna do Requiem for the Lost after that. We'll end Electric Night with a Requiem, and then we will move into acoustic shortly thereafter, I think. We'll see what we got. Donald knows. I've been putting a lot of orchestra and orchestra type videos out recently. Yeah, it's been fun though. I love that stuff. Now she says, "Welcome to Harpsichords Anonymous. We have a harpsichord edition." It's true. It's true. I'm all about it too. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right, Juju. You should hear this one that we're gonna do tonight. It sounds wild. It sounds wild. But get ready, get ready. Skyrim said, "What's a good run to practice shredding runs? Asking for a friend." Ha ha ha. I'll show you the one I've been doing. It depends, but yeah, I've been going for my ascending. I've been working personally on my ascending runs, trying to do better with ascending stuff. But I've been doing this like it's kind of Paul Gilbert-ish maybe. I don't know. I don't think he ever did this one, but I've been going like this. Like that. And then down, I'm going like this. So all together it'd be like this. Not good. I need a metronome. So basically just, it's a 1-3-4 pattern, what you call it. And yeah, it's just like. And the down is just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then repeat that same pattern starting on this string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, And this one's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4. That's certainly not a good run for shredding runs, but it's good to practice your shredding runs with that kind of stuff. But other than that, I'm trying to think of a good one. Here's another one I do. You can use. It sounds more musical, of course. It's very similar to that. So you got this scale form. That's the scale I'm doing. But now I kind of do what I was doing in the other exercise, going. Yeah, it's real slow. Again, real slow. It's like this. You can replay this video back if anyone wants to practice this or learn what I was doing. You can play this back when the video's on replay. But one more time on this. One more time slow. There's something for you. But those are the couple of things I've been practicing myself lately. I probably should make a video on it just to throw it out there. Now Nashikit says, Rick, I don't know how you navigate those changes. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Thanks, Ellie. Thank you, Nashiket, Juji. Nashiket, thank you so much. Thank you, Lisa. HD, brother, thank you so much. Juji said face officially melted. There you go. It's like a patty melt of shred right there. Oh, let's see. Ellie says, I can't help but wonder what his music would sound like a metal vocalist who composed. Wow. That's an easy request right there. We got you. We got you, Ellie. Ellie, you haven't gone to my channel and hit the releases tab, I presume. Well, we'll get something for you. Ellie says, rip face. Mark Andre says, man, that was amazing. Thank you, Mark. HD said, Rick, Ellie wants to hear Calling on Vengeance or The King. I'll probably call. Well, I think we're supposed to play The King tonight, but I think we're going to do that for Sunday. We'll do Calling on Vengeance. I don't get to play that often. Calling on Vengeance it is. Nashiket, thank you, buddy. Skyrim New, thanks, brother. Mark says, yeah, my solo was amazing. Thank you, buddy. Ellie says, I do. There you go. Mark says, amazing classic fast solo. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I know, Juji, right? I do. Thank you, Mark. Ellie says, which? Harpsichord or I do? Probably the I do. That would probably be a good one. HD can get his store going and get that harpsichord one. Nashkit said, Rick, have you ever messed with super wet tunes, flanger, lots of delay? Yeah, I think I got one, man. I got one I have messed with. It's on my Fortin name list, though. Let me see. I'll pop it up. You can hear what it sounds like. Which one was it? It was, here you go. Let's see what this sounds like. That's super wet right there, for sure. That's a crazy one. Man, was it this one here? If y'all want to hear my rhythm tone too, this is the rhythm tone I use for everything. That's my recording rhythm tone, by the way, since I had my Fortin up. So there you go. Listen to that. Chick, click, boom. All right, got that back in action. All right, we'll do Calling on Vengeance, then Requiem. Always switching stuff around tonight. Moving and grooving. All right, Calling on Vengeance. Because Ellie wants to hear what it sounds like with a metal vocalist. Anyway, Ellie says, I don't buy shirts often, but I'd buy those. There you go. There you go. HD says, I do. Ellie said, hell yeah, make that shirt. She said, I do harpsichord. That's what it's up. And HD doubled down. He said, I do the harpsichord in public. That's even better. That's too funny. Oh, shoot. I know, right? I mean, I can make the shirt and put it private, you know, but I couldn't sell that one. Nashi Cat says, meanwhile, Rick is giving a serious practice lesson. I know. That's how it goes, man. Judy said, it's like the teacher being serious, but the kids giggling about farts. I know. Donald says F minor. It don't matter. It don't matter where you play it, Donald. Yeah, I that's where I threw it at right there. But you can play that in any key, or any part of the neck if you want to. Like I said, just when the replay's up, just play it back. Remember, like about an hour and 25 minutes in, and then just you could watch it there. Skyrim who said, Rick, thanks so much. That raised my night. You got it, brother. You got it, brother. And I mean, that's what I'm literally practicing. That's like my daily routine, is those patterns. That's pretty much my daily routine lately. And not to say I got a lot of time to practice. I put in maybe 30 to 60 minutes of that. Trying to get my down, my ascending stuff better. Not economy picked, let's say. Everything I do, you hear me do, is mostly economy picking. I do down, up, down, down. I've been trying to do down, up, full alternate picking. It's hard. It's something I used to be able to do very well, and then I haven't been able to do it as good, so it's working on it. Now she catches that rhythm tone, goes hard. There you go. But yeah, it's that Fort and Nameless. If you didn't see it, I'll show you this thing, man. Where's my capture? Check this thing out. This thing is sick, man. Yeah, this is the Fort and Nameless amp. Let me see if I can mute that, turn that back on. I haven't been able to get a good lead tone out of this thing, but yeah, I've got a couple of rhythm tones I've been working with. I don't know, maybe this was a lead tone. That's like a lead tone I've been working on. It's not exactly what I want, but it's the closest I've gotten. And then there's like a bunch of rhythm tones. This one is a new one I've been working on. Similar to the other one. Pretty good, but yeah, if anyone wants a Neural DSP Fort and Nameless, this is basically Meshuggah's. They basically modeled Meshuggah's Marshall Plexi amp, and it's a beast of a tone. I ain't gonna lie, this thing rips, man. It's a ripping tone for sure. But there you go, Fort and Nameless Neural DSP, hot stuff, man. All right, and we're gonna do Calling on Vengeance. All right, let me roll it up. Okay, Calling on Vengeance ready to go. All right, make sure I get all the chat cooked up here. All right, no worries, Ellie. Now she gets like, let's go. Now Ellie said, yeah, it's pretty. I gotta lock in. I'm sure. I mean, yeah, true. Donald says, I use a crazy delay effect for one of Juji's tracks. That's cool, man. Yeah, you can get wild with some of this stuff, man. Now she catches the heaviness, the crunch, Chef's Kiss. There you go, buddy. Ellie's like, nice. Donald's ready for Calling on Vengeance. Ellie says, please make the shirt Take My Money. I know, right? There you go, Ellie. Mark's feeling it. Thanks, buddy. Mustafa in the house, buddy. How you doing, Mustafa? Good to see you, friend. Now she gets like a Marshall on steroids. Yeah, that's basically what it is, man. It was a heavily modified Plexi, 59 Plexi that Meshuggah used, and Neural DSP modeled it. Meshuggah, the guy, I don't even know the guitar player's name, but the guitar player Meshuggah let them have the amp, and they modeled it. All right, guys, gotta go eat. Juju said, loving these sounds. Thank you. Now she says the mids aren't even scooped, but it sounds like a beast. I know. There you go, HD. Anger stanky, I know too much. Skyrim says, thank you so much for sharing this knowledge. I'm just watching your stream noodle around. There you go, buddy. Mustafa was loving that. There you go. All right. Wait, Ellie said she's gonna go grub. She said, be right back. I need more grub to eat. Okay. Well, she'll probably catch half of this. I don't know. Oh man. The problem with that Neural DSP, that thing is hot. That's like a hot signal coming out of that thing. Incredibly hot signal coming out of that thing. Well. Big difference between the rhythm tone of this amplitude and that neural, so that's why I use that for my rhythm, my recordings. Still heavy on the, still pretty decent on the amplitude. All right, Calling on Vengeance. Let's rip this. It helps when you know the key of what song you're playing. Oh man, stuff. Man, I enjoy that one. That's one of my favorite songs for sure. I love Matt Sinner, the singer on that one. Matt Sinner is one of the nicest dudes I've ever met in my life, man. He is so cool too, and a legend in Germany and Europe, man. Just a legend, man, for real. All right, we got that. We're gonna do a Requiem for the Lost, and then it's acoustic time. Okay. All right, where do we leave off here? Oh, there you go, Mustafa. That's what's up, buddy. Good to see it. Nashi Kelly, let's go. HD's feeling it. Reference frame, Mustafa. Dude G, thank you. Ellie's like, I'm back. Hell yes, there you go. I figured it'd only take a few moments for her to get her snacks. Ellie said, I was in the chat, but we had it on stream. I was multitasking. That's how we do these things. Nashi Kelly knows. Convengeance. Skyrim Noob say he got Ibanez RG600 6003 FM to a Zoom G2 into a Boss Katana MK2 on clean. Max Master amp volume, barely walk the channel volume in. Mostly jam the 80s, kind of rad Def Leppard. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. That sounds good, dude. Those Boss Katanas are nice, man. I've heard a lot of great things about those ones, man. Ellie says, man, this vocalist is fire. Rick's on fire. Yeah. That's Matt Center right there. Ellie says, this on Spotify? Not yet, Ellie. We're still working on that. But it's here on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. And when you have time, Ellie, just go to right on the front page. Look for this thing that says releases. And then you can check it out there. The whole album is available there for you. Thank you, Mustafa. He's like, hot damn. HD knows, that's right. It's here on his YouTube, on his main page under releases. Not even a question. You got it right, brother. Thanks, Nashikette. She said, okay, I'll probably have to see him by YouTube. No, you don't need YouTube Premium for that. You don't need, I mean, you could play it. You can just put it on a YouTube playlist if you like. Reference Train's getting ready for that acoustic. That's what's up, man. Ellie said, this is fire as hell, and I love it. There you go. Yeah, you can just go to my page. I unfortunately, I can't show you my page on my computer anymore. It shows a lot of information nowadays. I use a plugin called vidIQ, and it literally tells me and shows how much everyone makes. Like, shows me the videos, how much their videos are getting, how much people make in a month. So if you want to know anyone on YouTube, how much estimated money they make a month, let me know and I'll show you. It's pretty crazy. HG said you got that Boss Katana MK2B running the line 6. Oh yeah, how's that line 6 going, bro? I don't think we ever got any videos or tests from you about it. I was curious to know how that sounded. I know line 6 stuff is good. I used to use it often, a lot. Like I have a line 6 pod. I should dust that thing off and show you guys. I got a line 6 pod. I got a Pod XT Pro rack. That thing was pretty smoking too. Well, I just haven't used it. When I plugged it in, it all sounded terrible to me after like years of it sitting. So, but line 6 I always make some quality stuff. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I have line 6 Helix plug-in, and it was I almost had what I needed from that thing. I just couldn't get it all the way. Like I said, Amplitude 5 got me there, but line 6 was dang close, man. Like so close. I just couldn't get that oomph from it in the leads, man. I just couldn't get that extra oomph. Well, Amplitude did it for me, but line 6 stuff is quality stuff, ain't no doubt. All right, we're gonna end Electric Night with a Requiem for the Lost, and then we'll get that acoustic. We got probably 2 songs for acoustic tonight, but we'll get into it. And all right, let's go. Requiem for the Lost. Let's go. If you lost anyone in your life, this is for you. Close your eyes and think all the good thoughts. Let's go. Requiem for the Lost right there. That one go crazy. I kind of got a little too lost in that one in a spot, but I still went okay. 98.7% on that one. But I was feeling it. I was feeling that one. Thank you so much for listening to that. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out tonight. We got a lot of comments during that one for sure. Okay. No, she can't say the software stuff totally took over process. It's true, man. It's true, man. Skyrim News said, if you're taking an acoustic request, can you play She Talks to Angels? I don't know either of those, buddy. No, I just play the original stuff usually. Sometimes I don't know too many acoustic stuff. I've been writing too much acoustic originals. I think the best thing I know is like this King Diamond thing is I play it really well. That's about it. No, she can't knows that's an emotional one. Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir. Derail in the house. What's up, Derail? How you doing, buddy? Happy Saturday to you. Thank you, Derail. Mustafa's like Magnifico. Thank you, buddy. Lisa, thank you there. Nashiket's feeling that one. Thank you, Juji. HD, brother, thank you so much. Yeah, HD said those pedal tones, though. That's a good one. Yeah, right. Reference frame, thank you, Juji. Ellie says, I love this song. It's like a yap sesh about an awesome, how awesome the friend you lost was. Indeed, indeed. Thank you, Darrell. Now she gets, I guess, give me all the choir. That one's got a bunch of choir in that one. And Judy said, just inject that choir into my veins. I know. I love that one. I think that was I think that's actually Contact. I use Contact for that one. That's I think it's called the Lacrimosa Choir from 8DIO, this company that does sounds. Yeah, it's called the Lacrimosa Choir. That one goes nuts. Ellie was feeling that one. There you go. Now she kid, that's just so epic. Thanks, buddy. Ellie said everything is epic. The vibes are just so up. Thank you. Thank you, Nashi Cat. Jude, you said Slade, for sure. She said Slade. Nashi Cat, thank you, buddy. There you go, Lisa. I said, man, I'm so happy about the depth of the song. I don't even know what to do. There you go. Thanks, Skyrim Noob. Ellie, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I literally started with like this little piece. Like one day something like that. I don't even remember the chords. But it was something. I was just like screwing around with it. I think I got this thing and I was like screwing around with it and came out a couple of chords and it just turned into that. Thanks, Ellie. All right, so HG says, so on the line of the 6H effects, you're not gonna lie, I'm still trying to figure it out. There's a whole tone library thing. I still haven't found the download link. Do you know what the files are called, dude? Because like when I got Helix, I was looking around. I found something on eBay. I bought for like $5, like a gazillion tones for like Line 6 Helix. So if it can load up Line 6 Helix, I got a ton of them, dude. If you're interested in them, I don't know. I listened to them. I couldn't find anything for myself. Good to hear, Darrell. Judy says, wow, Lacrimosa. Yeah. I don't know if I can pop it off. But HD says it's basically like a traditional pedal board, but digital. Nice. Ellie says, how long did it take you to write this one, Rick? It wasn't too long, honestly. Nowadays, like I've been trying very hard to like start the song of the week early because they're becoming more and more complex as I go. And I'm gonna say that was probably about 3 hours. That one, 2 to 3 hours somewhere, I think. For that Requiem of the Lost, I don't remember exactly, but. Yeah, a lot of these songs take me a good 2 hours. You know, some are faster than others. But yeah, that's on average. Every song takes me about 2 hours to put together. Okay, putting the old electric down. My microphone umbilical cord here. Okay. You know this is my favorite part of the night when I gotta switch this thing. I'm gonna hire someone just to stand here the whole night, and then when I'm ready, okay, hand me the guitar. One day. Okay. It's this one here. Good to go on that. All right, we're gonna do new 1010 first. Where are you? New 1010 is not in the same place as my other file, so I gotta find it. My apologies for the long time here. I gotta move this freaking song, man. Where is this? I got so many songs. My songs are getting out of control. I don't know where anything is. In this folder, for sure. New 2020. Oh. There's new 10. New 1010, way down here. Sheesh. Okay, new 1010 loaded up. Let's see. Actually, I gotta turn this off real quick. Okay, what we got here? Thanks, Elliot. Jude, you said it's like watching Mr. Rogers switch his sweater and shoes. I know, right? Thank you, Nashi Kid. Thank you, Jude G. Ellie said, I was sad when PBS replaced him with Daniel Tiger. Yeah. A lot of people grow up, Mr. Rogers, that's for sure. Reference said, I'll be your guitar handler just for the music and the dude. There you go, buddy. Ellie knows I do. Ellie said Mr. Rogers was very much sweeter than Dan. Yeah, true that. So there was a lot of well-behaved children on them, which could have been a great example for the iPad kids, I know. Louis Freya, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Ellie says, Rick, does your acoustic ever buzz? I can't get mine shut up. That means your strings are probably too close to the neck if you're having any buzzing sound. But no, nothing buzzes. Nothing buzzes on this one. It was actually set up very nicely. I got my eyeballs on an Ovation. I don't know if I got the money for it, but it's a steel string. I'm also looking for a steel string acoustic. Since I'm doing this acoustic so much, the nylon string, I've been looking for a steel string one. I found one on Reverb, like 400 and I guess it's a B stock. B stock. I wonder if I can send that link to myself. I'll show you what it looks like. Maybe we will try a fundraiser soon. Let me see if I can find that. I favorited it today. Pro tip for anyone: if you favorite something or put something in your email If you favorite something somewhere, or if you put it in your cart and just leave it there, a lot of times you'll get a discount. They'll send you a discount or a better price. I'll show you this tune. I'll show you this. I'll show you this guitar I'm looking at. See what y'all think about it. If I mean, just sent it to myself, man. I'm sitting right here. Send me this. There it goes. Let's check this out, everybody. I'll put my computer display on. You can see. So I'm looking at this guitar right here. It's an Ovation. I used to have one very similar to this back in the day, but unfortunately, of course, I probably pawned it or whatever. But yeah, this Ovation Celebrity Elite CE44. It's a very, very nice steel string guitar. Very nice guitar. But there's some pictures of it. But yeah, if I can get a bit. There you go. Yeah, it's a nice guitar, nice steel string guitar. I got my eyes on it. I put it on my favorites list or whatever to see if the dude will give me even a better drop on price. Oh, very nice. It's a beautiful looking guitar. I always love these little wings or whatever these are called. I don't even know what they call these things, but that's where the acoustic air holes are. They place them up here. But it also has a real nice, I don't know, you can see there's like an EQ. Basically, you put a 9-volt battery in here, and it's got a 3-band EQ and stuff. Yeah, there's a better shot of it. And it's a little EQing going on. Sweet guitar. I figured, man, I've been playing this acoustic again, and I'd like to play a steel string. That'd be nice to play. But there it is. See if I can figure out how to get that at some point here. Let's see. Juji says her father loves Ovation. Yeah, I had one for so long. I don't know what happened. I used to date a long time ago. I'm probably somewhere in my 20s. I dated this woman, and I always talk about acoustic guitar. I love my acoustic guitar. And then one day we went to the guitar store and she bought me basically that same guitar, very similar to that, but this is in 1990, 96, 97, somewhere around there. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was very nice of her to buy that, of course. But then yeah, we broke up and I moved on. I kept using the guitar for the longest time, and then bam, I must have been broke as heck, and then I just got rid of it. You know, I had to probably pawn it. Reference says, now we know Rick's PIN number. I doubt it. Man, ain't no PIN number around here. But if I could give you, I'll give you some deposit slips. You can put some money in my bank. How about that? There you go, Juji. Now she gets that looks beautiful. Ellie said, that's epicness. Thank you. Judy says, very you, Rick. Yeah. Now she says, get it. I wish, buddy. A lot of bills. Reference friend says, maybe Santa will bring you one, Rick. I know, right? A little present for you. And that would be nice. We'll see. We did almost like, I don't know, one night became like a fundraiser, and that's how I got this guitar. Was from everyone out there, you know, donating a little money here and there, and we had a really good month that month. The last couple of months on YouTube have been, unfortunately, monetary-wise, very dreadful, man. But it is what it is, you know. I'm not here for the money, but you know, it helps to, you know, I can put more money into the studio. One of the last things I bought was that Tone X pedal. In case I need to play live somewhere, I can take my Tone X pedal and have my the sound you hear me play here. You can hear it on a stage as well. There you go, Lily. Thank you, Mark. HD says, "Hear the voices, Rick. Buy it. We'll applaud you." I know, right? Yeah, it's one of those. If I can find, I gotta look at my credit cards and see if I got a little space somewhere. See if I can pull it off. I might though. We'll think about it. I don't see it going anywhere. You know, I don't think anyone's watching it or anything like that. So I could be in luck. Anyway, we're running a little late here, but no problem. We're gonna do new 1010. acoustic version. So let's give it a shot. Let me make sure I got all my stuff turned on. So we turn that on. We got to mute this mic. felt nice. That felt really nice, to be honest. I like that. I like that one a lot. All right. I know Juji likes it too, so That's what matters the most. All right, let's get Juji's song loaded up and ready. We're in for all kinds of surprises on this one, probably. But thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me on that, and I hope you enjoyed that one there. Oh, man. All right, let's see what we got here. Now she gets. I think there was a break and the viewers went down. Don't listen to chat response. I feel it. No doubt, no doubt. Everyone's feeling some sort of pain on YouTube. I don't know what it is. I've tried everything to change or fix or do something, and nothing's working. So it's like, but like I can look at Brody. His views are down. Abby Green's views are down. There's a young kid named Owen Osterly that's like, he was blowing up like on fire, and he's down. His views are down. Everyone's views are down on music stuff right now with the vertical live. I mean, where I was getting like 20 to 30 a show, I'm getting maybe 10 to 12 now. And I don't know what it is, but it is what it is all we can say. But it's been very, very difficult. This is the type of vibe that make most people quit. They would be so discouraged by what's happening, they would quit. I don't get discouraged. I just keep working harder. But yeah, right now YouTube Live Vertical is shifting something, and I don't know what it is. But we'll see. Skyrim News said it's getting chilly out here in the Midwest. You should make a hoodie, Rick. I'd buy two. I got hoodies, man. I got a bunch of them. If you want something special, let me know, bud. Let me know, and we'll make it for you, custom, man. But we've got what we got? We got a Fire Within hoodie, and something else, some other hoodie. I can't remember which one. But there's a couple hoodies on there, zipped up ones, pullover ones, you name it. But Skyrim New, if there's something specific you want, like one of the graphics that we have on a hoodie, let us know. We'll put it together for you, buddy. Nashika, thanks, buddy. CMM in the house says my ears are blessed. Leo Marrero, how you doing, bro? Great to see you, and thank you so much, man. Ellie said this is so jammable. That's what's up. All right, Skyrim Susan, say less. But yeah, again, Skyrim, bro, if there's something specific you'd like, a specific graphic, or you want something on the front, something on the back, this or that, let us know exactly what we can do for you. We'll put it together. We have everything all squared away in there, so we can just move stuff around. We can put anything on anything at this point. Reference Frame says, wow, Rick, spoiling us right out the gate. There you go, buddy. There you go. Ellie was feeling that. Judy said, I personally want the Storm Rider hoodie to match my mug. Okay. Make sure you remind Stardust or myself on the Discord. But we can put anything together. We'll customize it and show it to you. And if it meets your satisfaction, we'll post it on the page. How about that? I'm sorry. Haley says I never heard acoustic get shredded. I'm in love. I want to shred my acoustic. There you go. Al Di Meola is Al Di Meola is the original acoustic shredder, in my opinion, and he's one of my heroes. He's in my top 5 of my hero list. Al Di Meola. Like, that dude is the master. That's almost as well why I want to get a steel string, so I can do some Al Di Meola type stuff too. Nashika said, just so clean, respect. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Donald. Nashika, the acoustic is tougher to shred on. Yeah, it's very tough, buddy. And I'll tell you, like, if you're playing an acoustic guitar, you're talking like the best mic. You're playing under the best microscope in the world, because every note is being judged and being seen and heard. You mess up on an acoustic, you can totally hear it. And I mess up too. I'll hit a bad note. It's hard sometimes to hit the perfect note sometimes on any acoustic. But yeah, I mean, just like, those that do studio recording, when you put a microphone in front of your cabinet, it's the same as being recorded by a microscope, because you hear every mistake. And that's what's tough about recording, because when you're put on that microscope, man, everything changes. Everything changes. Ellie says, me when Pizza Man shreds. That's what's up. Thank you, Nashiket. HG said he's drinking out of his coffee mug right now. It's a Fire Within mug. Graphics are good quality on good quality shirts. Yeah, I haven't seen it. The quality it's pretty, yeah, pretty good. I only got a couple shirts. We got 3 shirts so far, and very, very nice quality. I mean, it's right up there. So, and we don't try to make too much money off it, we because they give you the price of how much it costs them, and then we just add a little on top, just to make a small profit, Well, we appreciate everyone that bought anything from the store. It means a lot to us, and it really helps out. We truly appreciate it. Mark, thanks, buddy. Reference knows that acoustic can sing. Oh, yes, sir. Ellie said, honestly, I recognize that doing things that are more difficult, they need to be makes you really, really good unless you get frustrated. This is true. Yeah. A lot of people out there get frustrated for sure. Judy said, I'm very excited to hear this. This is where the heart of music is. True that. Ellie says, YouTube is shifting around shorts and lives because people are blowing up too quickly. Maybe so. Like I said, that Owen Osley, I mean, he's like, I think he's 14. I believe he's 14 or so. And he just plays like Metallica riffs and stuff. And doesn't have any crazy visual lighting or anything. He just kind of stands there in his bedroom or whatever, which is fine. And he got pretty decent quality sound. He's not playing through an amp. He's like a pedal and into his phone. So it's pretty quality sound. And he plays it really well. He plays Metallica stuff like perfect. And he was blowing up like crazy, like insane. And then the last month, he's been getting drip fed subscribers like myself. It's like it sucks because when you're really blowing up, you're like, man, because the ultimate goal is like 100,000 subscribers. That's a big number on YouTube. It's 100,000 subscribers, and I was like, man, I'll be hitting this real soon too. He was feeling he's going to hit it soon, and then just it's done. But it don't matter. You gotta keep working. Noble in House says, I felt a need. I paid your visit. You turn this on to Brody. Oh yeah, buddy. We love Brody. Is he still going on? I hope he. I'm running a little late tonight. But hopefully we'll send everyone over there to Brody. It's always good to see you, Noble. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Mark. HG says, YouTube has a competitor coming very soon. Really? There's a couple different things out there. Ellie said, this is very hard for me to believe, but I could believe that at the same time we shall see. What do you know about this competitor? I don't know. I heard I'm supposed to join some new like TikTok style YouTube thing. Like you create your own algorithm or something. I don't know, man. I got an invite to join it. I don't remember if I did it. Oh, HD said the TikTok deal is approved, and the new owners want very much to make it. Yeah, TikTok's always been competition. Right now, for this whole year, YouTube has been copying so much TikTok stuff. They copied how they do the live streams. They've copied a lot of stuff, which is pretty wild. I can't think of it all right now, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've seen because I was on TikTok for a while, like a ton. I really cut my teeth, doing lives on TikTok before I really started doing lives here. And yeah, there's a lot of things I see that YouTube's been trying to emulate TikTok. It's not totally working just yet. It's getting there. Skyrim says, "What's the name of the acoustic?" It's Al Di Meola. I'll write it in the chat, bro. Al Di Meola. Go search that. Oh, not Al. I'm sorry, Al. God. Al Di Meola. No, it's Al. Just Al. Go search that in Google or whatever, man. And there's some ripping stuff, dude. He was the shredder of all. And like I said, if it wasn't for Al Di Meola, I probably wouldn't have the picking technique I have. So I really worked on his picking technique. You were close, Nashiket. Real close. I made it worse with Alk. There you go, Mark. Juji says, "I'm not getting a sub doesn't mean you're not a good streamer." It's true. I mean, it seems like right now YouTube is just kind of, they're only throwing me so many new people, and everyone else is like already subscribed and just come and enjoy the show, which is totally great. You love to see that. But, it was real nice when YouTube was just tossing you so many people at a time to give them opportunity to subscribe or not. So it's a tough business out there. It's tough. It's tough out there, I'll tell you. Noel says, yes, absolutely. Brody streams 2 or 3. Yeah, he does. He does like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or something. No, I can't remember. But yeah, he's doing like three or 4 times. I can't remember. Mama told me what his schedule was, and I forgot it. But it was something like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, or something like that. Well, he's been working hard too. You're welcome, Skyrim. Judy says you've really got to stick to the grind, popping off with little effort. Training gates are slowly closing. It's going to get harder to blow up. That's true. That's true. Mark says he don't do TikTok. It's for kids with attention span of 5 minutes. In some ways, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people on TikTok. A lot. Probably, I can't even tell you, man. A ton of people. I know a ton of people, and they're all adults trying to do something, And there is that group of people. I mean, for what it's worth, there's 1 billion people on TikTok. Guaranteed, there's 1 billion people that are on TikTok. There's 1 billion people on Instagram. There's probably 1 billion or more on YouTube here, and on Facebook. There's so many billions of people on these apps. It's insane. Have a great night, Skyrim. Take care, brother. Metal Mark says, who did Al play for? Originally, he played with a band called Return to Forever with Chick Corea, Stanley Clark. It was a prog. He was 19 years old, and then he went solo. He got a record deal and went solo, and he's been solo ever since, bud. Ellie says she don't do TikTok due to personal beliefs. Additionally, I'm not a fan of their algorithm. Too much not safe for work stuff. Yeah, true. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I mean, TikTok is what it is. I mean, what can you do? But I have 28,000 followers on TikTok, and I post a video there like once a week or something like that. I don't. Ever since the election happened, or the election times, TikTok just got weird. And I was like, I don't want to go on here anymore. I'll have more fun on YouTube, but if I could find a way to like multi-stream over there, I probably would, but I'm happy with YouTube, honestly, to be honest. So. All right, I have no idea what key this is in. I really don't. I listened to maybe like 30 to 40 seconds of it. This is created by Ju G. She can tell you how she made it if you're interested in that. It does sound pretty wild. But this is the last song of the night here. And we're going to end up with one of Ju G's creations. Hopefully what we're going to try is like Ju G is going to create a song every week that I can play acoustic over. Because every week I can write one song a week, and sometimes I can write an acoustic song, or turn it into an acoustic song, but more not than often. Or is that it? Yeah, something like that. But anyway, let's give it a shot. Hopefully it's not too loud or whatever, but let's give it a shot. Let's go. Actually, I'm not even ready. All right, acoustic up, microphone off. Let's go. It's fun to play. I like it. I like it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you, G, for that wonderful creation. We appreciate it. All right, lots of comments there during that one. That was really, really cool. Okay, where we go? We have some way up there. Comments way up there. Here we go. Man, I think I finally caught up. And I think I forgot to turn my microphone off, or my guitar off. Let's see. Kill it. Okay, all right. Got the comments. Thank you, Lisa. Nashi Kid says, Rick, you're into Diango or Gypsy Jazz. I've heard some stuff. Very nice. Yeah, nothing that I've like listened to or influenced by, but yeah, I've heard a lot of that stuff. Very cool. I've heard some dudes on, there's one dude on Facebook, I don't remember his name, but man, he plays some gypsy jazz style stuff. It's unbelievable sounding. Mark knows Carl Sagan, billions and billions, billions. True that. Judy said, I like Chick Corea. I love Chick Corea Electric Band. That's amazing. Don said he got his guitar ready too. Yeah, man, that was nice to play over. I almost want to see what it sounds like with the electric guitar too one these days. Lisa, have a great one there. Juji says, I'm sorry, Nashi Kid said, that's a great track. Yeah, it was. Yes, Mark, I'm gonna say creation. So you ask Juji and she can explain. Ellie says, yeah, TikTok, Temu, Shine, Alibaba get really weird after the election. They're scared they lose their customer. That's true. Ellie said, this is fire. Nice. Very nice. Well, Mark he wants to make sure the next one got some cowbell in it. It's all right, Juji, make sure you put some cowbell in that one. She said it does have some bells. They're very nice. Ellie said, I did not expect this. What a lovely surprise. Yeah, absolutely. Juji says, wonderful seeing and hang with everyone. Absolutely. That's what we love. Ellie said, Juji and Rick are awesome clavers. There you go. Hey, she puts it down. She puts it down, I pick it up. That's it. That's awesome. Heather P was feeling that. She said, that's awesome. There you go, Heather. That's what's up. Very nice. Mel Mark was waiting for Clint Eastwood to appear. It was pretty close. It was very it was nice. It was almost like a Game of Thrones Western. Like if there was like Game of Thrones, but like a Western. That was cool. Wow. Juji, is that on your YouTube channel as well? Just make sure, if anyone wants to hear that, obviously without me playing, but the instrumental versions should be on our YouTube channel, I believe. And Ellie was feeling it. Mark, thank you, buddy. What? Lisa says, Rick, nice choice. Juji, absolutely. Reference said, this is hitting me hard, tearing up, very emotional and beautiful. Yeah, that was unbelievable. Yelly said, acoustic background music, that's what's up. Juji said, Rick elevates anything he touches. So thank you, Juji. It was very nice to play over. I enjoyed that a lot, yeah. Keep making those. Make me one a week and we'll play it, no matter what. That was actually in C minor, if anyone cared. Very nice. HD was feeling, they said that was epic. Indeed. Oh, let's see. There you go, Ali. Yeah, I mean, for me, I can play over just about anything. Juji, we tried last week, and she gave me one song. I was like, what is that? In my brain, my brain's going, what? How am I supposed to play over this? I figured something out, but that's why I said, let's keep it to a nice symphonic acoustic stuff. Helps me. Makes me look better, too. There you go, HD. David says, dude, listen to me. There are electron variances that go against our brain activity. We shape it as is adverse. It's the going of exaltation that we know as we pierce it. Keep piercing it. I try, brother. I try, brother. Trust me, I try every day. Heather was feeling that. She said, dang. Mel Mark, he said, that's like Ingve meets Clint Eastwood. There you go. Donald James said, nice ideas. Yeah. Juju puts a lot of effort into those songs for sure. And, you know, I know how she does it, you know. But you just can't go up there and be like, play this. It takes multiple occurrences to try and get the right vibe. And then, so it takes time. It's not, you know. You could walk in and just throw anything out there. But Juju takes time. She does. She puts time and effort into making it, which is cool. That's very nice. Juju said it was a joy to hear you playing. Thank you, Juju. Now she gets said the acoustic mic was on. I'm pretty sure I turned it off. I'm almost positive. Yeah, I turned it off. It was on for a second. I'm terrible at that. Reference Rain, thank you. Mark Andre, yes sir, buddy, thank you. Ellie said that felt illegal to listen to for free. Juju said that would be epic. Indeed, indeed. Thank you, Mark. Ellie says she put in the fire and sugar and spice and everything. It's true, it's true. All right, Juju got that channel. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to Juju's channel, please do so. She got all kinds of cool stuff on there. Ellie says C minor noted, absolutely. Donald James says Raiders better win tomorrow. Yeah, I feel you, brother. I feel you, brother. Gotta do it, gotta do it. David says, please put more neoclassical in the background when you play. That's all I do, buddy. Every single song is pretty much neoclassical. That's what I grew up on, is neoclassical. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Don says, I'm working on a few jiu-jitsu. That's awesome, man. There's a lot of stuff you can play over, man. It's cool. Kyle Billy now says, I hope you're doing good. He got himself a burger. That's what's up, brother. I had me a hamburger for lunch. It was delicious, man. I hope yours is just as delicious, my friend. C. Pool says, who's my favorite bassist? Wow. There's a bunch of them, man. I mean, Billy Sheehan comes to mind. Stu Ham comes to mind. There's another dude, man. Oh, God, what's his name? There's one I really, really like. He's really, really good. Like, unbelievably good. He's played with, like, Tony McAlpine and stuff like that. Oh, God, what's his name? That's terrible. Nathan East is another one off the top of my head. Nathan East is an amazing bass player. There's so many of them out there. But Billy Sheehan, Stu Ham, those guys were the dudes back in the day. Mark says, I would not have trouble writing lyrics to a song, but writing the melody and intricacies like that is beyond his ability. Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. Listen, I love classical. I used to practice Andrew Manzi or Bach-inspired music like a Kiko. Very nice. Donald James says, the bass player, yeah, what is that? Not Andy Taylor, but, oh shoot, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but yeah, the bass player of Duran Duran. Oh, I'm sorry, you said Dream Theater. Yeah, John Me Young. I'm stupid. Who's the bass player for Duran Duran? What's his name? I can't remember his name, dang it. That dude's amazing, bro. Amazing. Juji says she loves the sound of neoclassical. Yeah, me too. That's my favorite. Mustafa, thanks, buddy. Donald James talking about Les Claypool. Yeah, Les is great too. If you haven't seen it, watch Rick Beato's interview with Les. It's freaking amazing, man. So cool. Is Brody still going? Is Brody still going? All right, we'll set Brody up here. Now she can ask, what makes a good bass player? The thing that makes a great or good bass player is one that can fit in the pocket of the drummer. So, you know, basically the bass player's main job is to keep the rhythm, you know, follow the rhythm of the drummer. And when the bass drum hits, that's when he's playing the note. So it's like a tight pocket or whatever you call it. And that helps a lot, you know. And I know a lot of slapping and thumping and all that stuff is awesome. But if you can't do that, you know, you're just playing what the guitar player's playing. There's two kinds of bass players. Some bass players, you know, me growing up in bands, the bass player would be either the kind of guy that played with the drummer, or he followed the guitar player. And the guy that follows the guitar player is not the bass player you want. You want the guy that's following the drummer. And that's a big thing about a bass player. And everything else is just, if you get the guy that can jump in the pocket with the drummer and then do his crazy stuff on top of that, that's amazing. Kyle Bill says, juicy double pad with a side of Coca-Cola. That's what's up, brother. I'm not a big Coca-Cola fan. Stardust is. I'm the Pepsi fan. But if they don't got it, if they don't got nothing else, I'll always drink a Coke. No problem there, man. Thank you, C-Pull, John Taylor. God dang. I know it's Andy Taylor. There's like 3 Taylors. Andy Taylor, Roger Taylor, and John. But only 2 were brothers. Andy and John were brothers, if I'm correct. Absolutely not, Kit. Metal Mark says, find me of Love Bites. No pick, slip bass. Nice, dude. Donald James talking about some blue collar tweakers, right? Ellie says, honestly, Peter Steele is my favorite bass player. And he was a great one, too. Amazing bass player. Kill it. Ellie, do you know who Dennis Pana is? I'm going to type a name in the chat. Dennis Pana. Ellie, have you seen that name before? If you haven't seen that name before, put that in YouTube. Search that in YouTube and check him out. He's the only person in the world that I've ever seen that can sing like Peter Steele. And he does like a lot of covers, like what if Typo Negative played this song or whatever. And it's amazing. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. He's sick. Donald James, yeah, Steve Harris. I totally forgot about Steve Harris. He's a pocket drummer. Oh, is Steve? That's a good question. He's kind of like his own thing, man. He kind of makes it up. Usually, Steve Harris the drummer follows Steve Harris. Let's say that. I'll say that. So it's a little different with Steve Harris because he is that good. If you want a true pocket drummer, is Ian Hill from Judas Priest. People don't think Ian Hill does much. Ian Hill of Judas Priest is one of the best metal bass players of all time because he is that pocket guy. He kills it on that pocket, man. Ellie says he doesn't have Pete's essence in my. Well, no, he doesn't. No one does, Ellie. But he does it. He honors Peter Steele like no one else on this planet. No one else on this planet. But there'll never be another Peter Steele. I'm gonna tell you that. You give him a chance, Ellie. You give him a chance. I promise you. You'll enjoy what he does. Nashi Ket says, to be honest, I don't remember a memorable Maiden bass part. No disrespect. I mean, yeah, he comes up with, but he writes all the songs, you know. So everything about Iron Maiden is Steve Harris. Absolutely. Mel Mark says, Miho, former Love Bites, modeled her bass playing after Steve Harris. You can't go wrong with Steve Harris, man. Victor Wooten's another guy. Not metal, but Victor Wooten is an unbelievable bass player. All right, man, it's 11:40. We had a good time tonight. And there you go, Ellie. Yeah, fair point for sure. I swear. I love Peter Steele too. I've seen Typo Negative live in the flesh. I know. Stardust favorite band of all time is Typo Negative, and Stardust met Peter Steele. So we know. But when there's no Peter Steele in this world anymore, unfortunately. Rest in peace. But there is Dennis Pana to keep his spirit alive. And that's what I like about Dennis. That's what we love about Dennis. Shake the Stars, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my man. That's it. That's the last sip of Mountain Dew, too, y'all. Donald James says, only the good die young. Steve rips the bass on that song. That's true. That's true. Ellie said, I got the biggest crush on Peter. Said I was able to see him out now. I got lucky. I got lucky to see him in their prime, and they played the tiniest little club in Orlando. I was probably 6 to 10 feet away from him. It was awesome. All right, everybody, that's enough for me. I got to get out of here. I got to redirect set for Brody's channel. I don't know how long he's going to be playing, but of course, if you enjoy Brody, Check him out. If you've never heard Brody, give him a shot. Give him a subscribe if you like. Hopefully he's going to hang out for a little longer. But that'd be it. References. Thanks for a good time, Rick and Chet. Have a good night. You too, Reference Frame. Take care, brother. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night, Sunday, at 9 p.m. Eastern yet again. And yeah, we'll have some more fun for sure. But I hope y'all have a great rest of your night, great rest of your weekend. Real quick, C. Pool says Larry Knechtel was a fantastic session guy. Doors, Moms, and Pops. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, someone like that, a session guy from back in the 60s, 70s, amazing. Noel says, really, Brody's coming up tonight? I didn't know that. Yeah, he's been playing since I started, probably. But he ain't got no school tomorrow, so he'll probably stay up late. But yeah, me and Stardust, we got this new addictive supermarket game we're playing. I'm ready to get some back on it. We're trying to make a Walmart up in here. But anyway, everybody, thanks so much once again. Everyone stay safe out there. Be good to each other and take care of each other, because that's all we got. So we'll see you on Sunday at 9. And beyond that, have a great rest of your night or day wherever you're at. And if we don't see you tomorrow, have a great rest of your weekend. All right, everybody, have a great one, and see you then. See you.